In the quiet village nestled between rolling hills and a meandering river, there lived a man named Elias. He was a humble carpenter, known for crafting intricate furniture that seemed almost alive with its beauty. Yet, despite his skill and the admiration of the villagers, Elias was often described as a loner. He lived in a small house by the river, spending his evenings beneath an ancient willow tree that swayed with the wind, its branches whispering secrets to the sky. But Elias harbored a secret of his own. He was deeply in love. Her name was Mira, the daughter of the village healer. Mira was the kind of person whose presence brought warmth even on the coldest days. Her laughter was like the sound of wind chimes, and her kindness was as abundant as the wildflowers that bloomed along the riverbank. Elias had loved her for years, though he had never told her. He believed he had little to offer someone as radiant as Mira. What could a carpenter give a woman who deserved the world? The Festival of Lanterns. Each year, the village celebrated the Festival of Lanterns, a night where wishes were whispered to the stars and lanterns were set afloat on the river. It was said that the lanterns carried the villagers' hopes and dreams to the heavens. That year, Elias decided to craft something special, a wooden lantern shaped like a delicate flower, its petals carved with intricate care. On its base, he inscribed a simple message, "For Mira, the light of my life." On the night of the festival, Elias stood by the riverbank, lantern in hand. Mira was there, her face glowing in the light of 1,000 floating lanterns. She was surrounded by friends, laughing and chatting, her joy infectious. Elias hesitated. He felt the weight of his unspoken words pressing against his chest. What if she didn't feel the same? What if his confession ruined the quiet comfort of their occasional conversations? But then he remembered the willow tree, the place where he often sought solace. It had taught him a quiet truth. Life, like the river, flows forward. Holding back his feelings would only leave him stranded in the shallows. The confession. Summoning his courage, Elias approached Mira. She turned to him, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "Good evening, Elias," she said warmly. "That lantern is beautiful. Did you make it?" He nodded, his hands trembling slightly as he held it out to her. "I made it for you," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "Mira, I don't know how to say this, but you mean everything to me. I've loved you for so long, and I couldn't let another festival pass without telling you." Mira's smile softened, and for a moment, she simply looked at him. Then she took the lantern, her fingers brushing his. "You've always been so quiet, Elias," she said gently. "But your work, your kindness, it speaks louder than words ever could. I've always admired you, though I never thought you felt the same." Elias blinked, hardly daring to believe her words. You've thought of me?" Mira laughed softly. "More than you know." The lesson of the willow tree. From that day on, Elias and Mira became inseparable. They spent their days walking by the river, dreaming of a future together. Elias continued to craft beautiful pieces, but now his work carried a new joy, inspired by the love he shared with Mira. The villagers often saw them beneath the willow tree, their laughter mingling with the rustling leaves. And as they watched the couple, they found themselves reminded of a simple yet profound truth. Love, like the river, is meant to flow freely. Holding back only leaves you stagnant, while taking the risk to express your feelings can lead to the most beautiful journeys. The message for the audience: the story of Elias and Mira teaches us that love is not meant to be hidden. Fear of rejection or failure often holds us back, but life is too short to leave our hearts unspoken. True courage lies in being vulnerable, in sharing your feelings and allowing yourself to be seen. If you love someone, let them know. Whether or not the feeling is returned, you will have freed your heart and taken a step forward in the river of life. Because, like the lanterns floating on the river, our dreams and feelings are meant to rise, carried by the currents of hope, courage, and love.